Hello, my name is Claire Godoy, and this is a sample video for the MEI ELL Summer School Grades 9 to 12 English Foundations course that I would like to teach online this summer. This video shows how each lecture is laid out and the style in which students can receive their lessons. So this video is about an introduction to writing a literary essay. Everyone, and welcome to Lesson 1, an introduction to writing a literary analysis essay. This is the beginning of the unit that we'll be using to write your literary analysis essay on our class novel study, Animal Farm. During our video conference this afternoon, one of your instructors will be walking you through the corresponding assignment for this video and explaining any questions that you may have. As we've discussed, your literary analysis essay is worth 40% of your final grade for this course, but please don't stress about it because we will be working through the entire process together during these lecture videos as well as on our conference calls. You can find today's assignment for essay writing in Schoology under the folder that has today's date. The document is called Literary Analysis Essay Assignment 1. Open the Word document and save it under your own name. Please open that document as you watch this video because you will need to refer to it at the end of the lesson. Before you start this assignment, you should already have had your literary analysis essay topic approved by one of your instructors during our conference call, whether that was with me or Mr. Lin. You cannot work on literary analysis essay lesson 1 without having gotten your topic approved, so please make sure that you do that before continuing with this assignment. So, what is an essay? That's a very good question, and I'm glad that you asked. Essays are nonfiction compositions that describe, clarify, argue, or analyze a subject. Students may write essays in any school subject at any school level, from a personal experience vacation essay, maybe in your ELL class, to a complex analysis of scientific process in graduate school. In this course, we will be writing a literary analysis essay. This is the type of essay that is most commonly written for a novel study. We will be going through each stage of this process together in lessons 1 to 8. And by the end of the course, you will have a thorough understanding of this process and a finished literary analysis essay. So what is the purpose of a literary analysis essay? The purpose of a literary analysis essay is to carefully examine or understand and sometimes evaluate a work of literature. Examining the different elements of a piece of literature is a process to help you better appreciate a work of literature as a whole. Analyzing a novel might include identifying a particular theme, like fascism and Animal Farm, and show how the authors suggest the theme through the point of view from which the story is told. All of the assignments that we've done so far in our novel study, such as story elements and reading comprehension, will help you to write your literary analysis essay. As you all know, academic writing, especially in your English classes, is one of the hardest skills to master in a Canadian high school, which is why we're going to be spending so much time on it in this course. Your objective in writing a literary analysis essay is to convince the person reading your essay that you have supported or proved the idea that you are developing. Unlike ordinary conversation and classroom discussion, writing must stick with great determination to the topic that you're discussing. This kind of writing is often seen on your final exams for English, and most English classes require you to write a major paper in this style. Essays are going to be a very important part of your academic life, both as a high school and university student. Developing the skills to write an excellent essay will help you for years to come. It's most basic. An essay includes an introduction, a thesis statement, a body, and a conclusion. Essays are important because they are a clear and concise way of providing the reader with information about a particular subject. Today, we are going to be talking specifically about how to write what is called a thesis statement, which is the most important part of an essay. For those of you who have written an essay before, this process should be somewhat familiar. In some ways, a thesis statement is both the easiest and most difficult skill to master when you're writing an essay. We've practiced writing thesis statements in our literary assignments 5 and 6, and by this time, you should have had the opportunity to discuss any questions you might have about thesis statements with one of your instructors. Unlike those lessons, which covered general thesis statements for a variety of essay or writing types, this lesson will focus more specifically on writing a thesis statement for your literary analysis essay. Here is an example of how to write a strong thesis statement for your essay, and we will review this during our conference call. You do not have to follow all of the steps in order, but your thesis statement should include all of these elements. So if you have a look at your assignment, which you should have open on your computer, you can follow along there as well, or you can just have a look at this video. So the first thing that you need to do is state your topic. What is your topic? What are you talking about? Okay, so the example topic that I've chosen is animals as characters in the novel Animal Farm. Most generally, I'm going to be talking about the animals as characters. That's my topic. Okay? The next thing that you're going to do is state your opinion or your main idea about this topic. So what is it about animals as characters that I, as a writer, want to express? So what we're going to do here is you are going to express one major idea. You are going to tell the reader what you are going to be explaining in detail, or you are going to state your position about this issue. So what I have done is I've given you an example for each of these. So if my topic is animals as characters in the novel Animal Farm, then my one major idea is it is the most important plot device in the novel. I've also revealed that it allows the reader to best understand the novel's satire and themes. Additionally, through the powerful metaphor of human characteristics as shown through animal behavior. So these are three ideas that I could potentially use to express what I want to say about my topic. The last thing that you're going to do is give your three main points that you're going to be exploring. What are your main points? Okay, so I'm choosing for my main points to talk about three specific characters: Napoleon, Snowball, and Boxer. So once I have taken those three elements, you can put them all together into one finished thesis statement. The use of animals as characters in the novel Animal Farm is the most important plot device in the novel because it allows the reader to best understand the novel's satire and themes, specifically through the powerful metaphor of human characteristics as shown through animal behavior, where it is explored best through the characters of Napoleon, Snowball, and Boxer. So, trying to put together a big sentence like that without this guide is really hard. But I think now that you can see why I've said that this is one of the easiest but also most difficult parts of your essay. And that's why we're going to spend so much time on it, because it's harder than it looks. Together, we're going to do plenty of revision and practice, and you'll notice that I also called it a working thesis statement. Thesis statements often change as you write your essay, and this is a normal part of the process. The thesis statement that we come up with for this assignment will be the thesis statement that you start with for the assignment, but it will probably change as you continue with the process, and that is totally normal. Now, please make sure that you've opened up Literary Analysis Essay Assignment 1, which I mentioned earlier in the video. You can find it in Schoology in the folder with today's date. You can follow along with me here as I explain it. Please don't forget to put your name and date at the top of the assignment and save it with your name. Literary Analysis Essay Assignment 1 is also titled Writing a Thesis Statement for Your Literary Analysis Essay. Just like in the example that I provided, you can see that there are 4 parts to this assignment. The first thing that you're going to do is state or write your topic that you have chosen and had checked by myself or Mr. Lin. okay? So you are going to state or write your thesis topic in the box here. Just write it. It can be in point form, that's okay. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to have to do a little bit of brainstorming, but you need to figure out at least one of these three things. At least one. So A is express one major idea that relates to your topic. B, you're going to tell the reader what you are going to be explaining in detail. Or C, state your opinion about the issue. Once you have done that, you're going to move on to number 3, which is give the 3 main points that you will be exploring. So don't forget that whatever you come up with here, these are your earliest ideas for what you want to talk about for your main points 1, 2, and 3. So this is the area where you have your topic, you know what you want to say about it, and now we're going to branch out and find 3 specific things that you're going to use to fill each of your main points. Once you have finished this, you can take numbers 1, 2, and 3 and try and combine them into a complete sentence that will form your thesis statement. So, you do not have to have this assignment entirely finished before our conference call, but your instructors want to see that you've started it and that you put some work into it, and anything that you're really truly having a hard time with will help you. So, let's quickly review some assignment particulars. Before you join our virtual classroom, please make sure that you've completed this assignment. It's okay if there are still things that you're confused about after watching this video. What we'll be doing is reviewing your topic and thesis statements, and you will be revising your assignment and answers with the help of myself or with your other instructor. You will be getting participation marks for having finished the first draft of this assignment, so please make sure that you've submitted to Schoology before our conference call. I would also like you to post your approved essay topic as a comment on this video so I can see that you've actually watched it. All right, this is the end of Lesson 1, an introduction to writing a literary analysis essay. Please don't forget to post your essay topic as a comment so that I know that you've watched this video. Thanks, I'll see you in class.